Holy smokes, guys. Just wait until you see this brand new app that literally shows you everything underneath the water. Yes, underneath the water. It's like radar and sonar on steroids, and it's all part of our Smart Fishing Spots app. This is the new app. We've been working on this thing forever, and it actually has everything you need all in one. So you can delete all your other fishing apps. You're literally going to have everything from the wind and the weather and the tides and the radar and the sonar and the satellite maps all into one app. And when you see this underwater version, you are going to be absolutely blown away. It is going to give you more fishing spots than you ever imagined. It's going to help you see exactly what's under the water wherever you might be. And it is going to give you next level advantage over the fish and your fishing buddies. The best news, it's completely for free. Just one more reason to join the Insider Club. If you're a current member, get ready. It is coming to you soon. And if you're not, what the heck are you waiting for? Join the Salt Strong Insider Club today. Hope to see you in the club and enjoy this episode.
This fishing, it's in my soul.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
Oh! Was that a ladyfish or a trout?
That was a trout.
What's up, everybody? Joe Simons, like diamonds.
Man, Luke Simons. We got some jumping trout here.
Early on the water. A little bit chilly this morning here in Tampa Bay. Sun is coming up. Got trout hitting the top water. And we're basically stuck on the outside of this bar until we can go into the area we want. And we said, well, doggone it. Actually, I did get hit there pretty hard. Enough to pop the hook out of the old Slim Shady. So we're just fishing, Luke, in a couple feet of water? Just
Yep, shallow grass flat. The trout are finally starting to move back in. We had a really bad red tide last summer, and the trout really got decimated from it, and finally starting to come back. So that is a great thing.
I got Slam Shaded 2.0, my little confidence bait with a little Dr. Juice. Juice is loose. And Luke's got the Moonwalker topwater. And so far, we've had a couple quick little strikes as soon as we've got our baits in the water, and hoping to even get some snook action out here. And we're super shallow. Birds over here. You guys remember the 3 Bs? Birds, bait, and blow-ups or boils?
Either one.
Either one counts. But today, this afternoon, we are going to be in pursuit of some redfish. We know there's some big schools of reds out here from the last time that we were here. And doggone, they were finicky. I mean, spooky as all get out.
Yeah, they must be getting a ton of pressure. And so this time I brought a cut ladyfish.
Yep, so although we prefer to use our artificial lures,
Those trout are probably on the outside.
we have no issues at all cutting up a ladyfish and letting it soak. And many times it will. I just got another little hit over here.
Yeah, they're on the edge. They're popping mine now.
Oh yeah. Did you see that video I sent to you of that redfish?
Yeah.
There's a video on Instagram of a redfish in the grass, and the guy's, it looks like he was up suspended on a dock or something, and he is casting right over this redfish, and it gets to the point this redfish is completely ignoring his lure, probably because it didn't have Slam Shady or Power Prawn, but he is dragging it over the redfish's back, and it's not moving. I thought the thing was dead, and then he zoomed in, you could see it's sitting there just, oh!
They're going after it.
Came out of the water.
There we are. There we are. I was about to say,
Nice.
usually when they hit it once, they'll keep following it.
Luke is on. Trout time.
Oh, quick release.
Now he's off. That was cool. Gotta love the early morning topwater.
Yeah, those trout, they do not like missing their meal. And when they hit and miss, they will almost always be following it, even sometimes 10, 15 feet or more. There we are.
Trout. JoJo's on, little guy.
Yeah, they're hanging. Oh, I just have one. One's hit mine.
Or is this a ladyfish?
It's trout. Oh, it is lady. Oh yeah, let's
Keep him.
yeah, put him in the live well.
Watch out there, Joel. Make sure I don't get any poop on you. These ladyfish. I love. Look at that, dude. I mean, golly.
Get that thing off the boat.
Amazing. How much poop these things will do. Poop and blood. Jeez.
Yeah, Joel, see if you can follow this lure. We'll get basically right on this edge. There's been a lot of trout. Sometimes, oh, there we are. They're literally just, they're all over this thing.
Luke's
this is the Moonwalker, has just a great walk the dog action, and it just, these trout, even snook and redfish, just absolutely love this thing.
All right, I'm gonna try to get some of this blood off.
All right. Another good thing about these Moonwalkers, they come with the inline hooks. Single inline hooks. Helps keep the unhooking of them a little bit less crazy. All right. So get this guy out here, man. He's in there good. That one hook really got him.
For a second. What do you got, little trout there? Nice.
Yeah, little trout. Nice little guy. So just really cool to see these trout coming back. They were basically non-existent for like 6 months after that red tide. And now back in action. Moonwalker, ready to rock. Let's see if we can find a bigger one. Should have opportunity for some redfish out here too.
So I'm still up here getting blood off. That ladyfish. Woo! All right. Use some of my own water. Not a fan. All right. Anywho, we're talking about this crazy old redfish, and sometimes redfish do that. So if you've been in that situation where you're finding them and they won't hit anything, know that you're not alone. Sometimes it does help to just throw some cut bait out there. Old Peter Deek style.
Yeah, that video was definitely not filmed in Tampa Bay, Florida. Tampa Bay, if you barely just look at them wrong, they're spooking off. And this guy literally had this lure and it was hitting it on his head. Like, and the redfish just sat there. It was posted up in some weeds. And I've never seen anything like that before.
More
that
like
was
Louisiana.
Probably Louisiana or somewhere out there.
Redfish. You guys haven't been out there. That's next level. One, they just don't have the same type of pressure that they do here, like in Tampa Bay. It's so spread out. We were out there 2 different days, and you just don't see many other boats. You see a ton of redfish, and they're not spooky. They're aggressive. I mean, they're coming up, hitting your boat. It's so wild. Another kind of cool story while we're waiting to move up in here. My Daiwa exists. I don't know that I'd recommend everyone buy a Daiwa Exist because they are really expensive. And if you do lose it, you're kind of out of luck. But it does have a lifetime warranty, meaning anything goes wrong, any parts, anything whatsoever, they replace it completely for free. And we'll even give you a whole new reel if that's what it calls for. So it's one of those kind of like, Orvis luggage. I've had some Orvis luggage now for 20 something years, and you pay for it, but it's got a lifetime warranty, and it'd have to get replaced once. They just gave me a whole new bag, so I got to start over fresh. But one of the other promises with Daiwa Exist, and what's the other one? What's the other high-end one, Luke?
The Certate?
Nah. Starts with an S. Someone help me out. Saltiga or
no? It's Romano reel.
I know, it's something like that though. Ooh, I didn't hit there. But they have 2 different reels where they do this. Where
that was a big fish there.
Dude,
that was the redfish.
Real big fish. That was a boil right there. Is there anyone wondering what a boil is?
Ooh, another one just over here too. Yeah, those are the reds. They're here.
Well, they're here. We're just
at least one of them's here.
Yeah. Anyhow, part of the deal with these expensive, because this is like $850 spinning reel. That is crazy expensive. I had a really tough time telling my wife what I bought. She's like, what do you mean? You didn't get a boat for $850 or a kayak? I know, honey, it's a little reel. But part of the deal is that you can send it in to Daiwa or go to any of their preferred vendors in terms of tackle stores that do Daiwa certified cleaning and get it completely serviced for free. And they put it at the front of the line. So if they have 100 reels they're working on, they literally will stop what they're doing and work on yours because they just don't sell that many of these, I assume. And they'll fix it, they'll clean it up, they'll service it, and then overnight it back to you. So here's what happened. Mine, it was about 1.5 years old. It was still incredibly smooth, probably smoother than most normal brand new reels. But I was like, you kind of feel a little bit of, just what saltwater does after using and abusing inshore saltwater spinning reel for 1.5 years. So I had it serviced. And I sent it regular priority with tracking and some insurance to make sure it didn't, get ganked. And I think it was $10 or whatever to ship it, 10 or $12. And they got it. So I sent it on a Monday. They got it on Wednesday in California. So it did get there in 2 days, which was kind of cool. And I had the thing back before the next Monday. So within a week, it was actually 6 days total, I had the reel back. And it is smoother than ever before. And apparently there was some issue with the handle. I didn't even realize it, but they replaced the handle, which was like $80-something just for the handle. And of course they don't charge you for it. You just get a free one. So I got a brand new handle, got this thing serviced, and I was definitely wowed. I sent our boy Greg, Luke, you on? Yeah. Luke's on again. I sent him a message just saying, hey, I want to make sure that, because I want to tell this story, I want to make sure this wasn't just because of me. And they're like, no, they don't know who you are. The people there don't see who it is. This is what they do. And I was like, wow, that is absolutely nuts.
A little bit bigger trout here.
Nope, Luke's on with the trout. So just want to give them a shout out because that is amazing customer service.
Yeah, and that reel too, that's just next level reel. I use it when it was about 1 year old, and it was like smoother than like any other reel that I've ever used. It is definitely
if you're listening, you can probably hear the birds. It's a good sound. I was on.
Come on there, buddy. There we are, quick release.
Ooh, big shark on the flat.
Walker, ready for action.
He's all ticked off. Ooh, yeah.
So there's a shark.
Oh, little trout. Oh, he thought he was in the boat. Did you see the shark fin, Joel? Can you see it just directly behind you?
Yeah, it's probably 100 yards out. That's a big shark.
Yeah. Fin all the way out. He is in hunting mode.
So it's coming this way, actually.
That would be pretty funny.
All right, we are in the trout here.
I got drilled twice. My Slam Shady's a little bit jacked up, but I don't know that it's going to matter. That ladyfish is going crazy back there.
That might have been a redfish there.
Ooh. Oh. God, I love that sound. Oh,
that one had like a reddish hue to it as well.
That is such a cool sound when trout nailing that top water. Such a distinct sound. It's really cool. Oh, there we go. Man, Moonwalker is...
just got off.
Oh, there we go. As I say that, Slam Shady strikes again. All right.
So nice to see the fish back here.
Yeah. Whoa, I'm gonna jump in one. Teresa! Oh, popped off again. Doggone. I need to look at changing out hooks here. This is an older one. Or maybe going to the Haas hook with a wider gap. What do you think, Luke? Haas hook? Those things have been awesome.
It definitely will increase the hookup ratio.
So we teamed up with Owner because they do have the absolute best little pin, the twist lock, if you will. And we teamed up with them to get their pin because that is a patent that they own on that. And then we created a wider gap hook called the Haas hook. And man, that thing's been selling like crazy. Right there next to the boat. Come on now. It's a nice trout there. These things are fired up. I think this little cool weather, Luke, has got them active. He's angry. Come here, little buddy. Yeah, it's a beautiful little trout there. Slam shady.
Trying to find Mr. Redfish or Snook now.
Twist log. Here we go, bud. Get him back in. Slam shitty, still kicking here. All right. Some people, talk about soft plastics not lasting long enough. It's usually because you're in junk fish. This is trip number 2, so I was catching a lot of trout last time I used this. And also, I keep it on. There are some lures you might want to take off, but a lot of people ask that question, hey, do you keep it on? Yeah. If you're not going to be fishing for 6 months, then maybe not. But I usually keep my lures on, don't you?
Everything except gulp.
Yeah, definitely not gulp.
Yeah, if it's water-based, like gulp or even like fish bites, those you have to take off. Everything else, I leave everything else on.
I found that the Z-Mans, if you don't have your tackle stored in a somewhat controlled state, and I'm talking about the temperature that is, the Z-Man will shrink up on you a little bit if it gets too hot. So if you have it like in a really hot garage, or especially if it's outside. I remember leaving one on the porch, and that little Z-Man shrunk up.
Yeah, and fishing spots like this, as far as trying to catch certain species, so in general, the trout hold a little bit deeper, especially the smaller trout. And so I'm pushing up, I'm looking for redfish and snook now, so I'm purposely pushing up a little bit shallower. Out here is the deeper zone, and then over here to the basically straight ahead of the boat is shallow. And we're just going right down on this trough and seeing if we can pick off a drag puller. Should be some in the area.
Personally, I love starting with catching a few trout. There's something nice about getting tight lines right away. It takes a little bit of the pressure off. A big part of fishing is the confidence, and it does help when you know you've already caught fish right away. There's some of it is in your head, right? When you have one of those just tough days and you start beating yourself up, or if you go right away, getting aggressive and going after really tactical types of fishing, and meaning like sight fishing or something. There's days like that guy on that Instagram video where you find the 90-10 zone and they just won't eat for whatever reason. Wrong time of the day. Maybe it just had a monster mullet. Oh, there we go. A little guy.
That was a dink.
And it is super shallow here too. A couple other updates. This new software, depending on when you're listening to this, the Smart Fishing Spot software. We used it to get out here today, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, man, that was a bigger fish there.
And I think it's one of the coolest things that we've done at Salt Strong. We've done a lot of cool things. Oh, sorry.
Where did you go? Yeah, okay.
I didn't know you cast right there. But man, this is just next level in terms of helping you pre-trip plan to find the best spots and really the best time of day. And then I think for anyone doing any kind of near shore as well, holy smokes. The information that we have in this Smart Fishing Spots system is stuff that other companies are charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars just for an area. Nick, he's like, man, I can't believe we have access to this. I paid $200 to get all of this high resolution basically that underwater view just for Bradenton area. And we have it for the whole country, and a whole lot more coming. The other thing is that has come up is people, nice hit there. People have been asking, hey, is this going to be, because it is a progressive app. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, I'm getting just drilled. Having trouble setting the hook, apparently. They're asking if it's going to be a full-on app, like in the App Store, and the answer is absolutely yes. So already working on that. I am finally going to redo my slam shave. This thing is getting beat up to the point. Always remember, I always like to put them in a spare pocket. There's a good part and a bad part about that. Good news is I know if I come home and I got stuff in here, it goes immediately to the trash. The bad news is sometimes I forget that I have stuff in that pocket. And guess what, Joel? It makes it into the washing machine with the rest of my nice stuff. And all of a sudden, your entire laundry system reeks of Dr. Juice. And let's just say don't do that on Mother's Day. I won't do that again next year. It's a bad idea. Wife wasn't very happy about that one. Like, what is that? And why are there all of these little fishing lures in the washing machine? I'm like, it could have been anybody, babe. Anybody with the name of Joe. That is. So, lesson learned. Throw away your plastics, but make sure you have a way to remember not to put them in the wash. Have you done that, Luke?
All the time, dude. Starting to like the scent, though.
Yeah, it's really pretty good. Dr. Deer. Well, you probably don't want it on your church clothes.
All right, so the sun is now just starting to come up. So the topwater bite's probably gonna start slowing down.
Ooh, what's that back there? Something going to tap.
Yeah, because before the sun comes up, topwater is generally gonna be the best bet. I was catching more trout, and Joe's definitely gonna be catching more trout.
And reds, and snook, and cobia, and triple tails.
But it still can work. So I'm gonna keep using it until Joe just starts catching fish in my face.
In the face. All right.
I had a nice, it looked like a redfish follow just a little bit ago.
You know, there's gotta be some on this flat here.
Something just hit me just then. Oh,
man.
A little dinker.
Something big out there.
Oh, that's actually a bigger, decent sized fish. Let's see, eat it. Ah, sauce, dang. So they're still following it.
Is it a redfish, you think?
That was probably a trout.
Got it.
I didn't get a good look at it.
Oh, man. I'm switching to Haas. I need a wider gap.
You have a 3-aught?
Yeah.
Yep, 3-aughts just came out, and the reviews have been excellent.
I'll keep it on here for the podcast just so we can keep getting some fishing going. When we go live, we go live. No cuts. Kids get to see what really happens out in the water, the good, the bad, the ugly, and Joe missing lots of strikes, but not that one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, these things are just fired up because that's still not a massive trout. It's not small either. They're just full of it. Have you ever done that? You ever caught like redfish and stuff in the winter months? Man, they are just fueled. Oh, it's a good looking trout there. It's got a two-toother. Call them a snaggletooth. Yeah, look how they inhale these things. Luke did that underwater video on that. I mean, they eat them like a big fat Italian man eats a pizza. I mean, they just go all in. Golly. I'm gonna have to, he really inhaled this one. That's why I always keep pliers on the side. I can get the sucker out as quick as possible. Hold on, little bud.
Yeah, and looking at the underwater footage for them, they basically, and this was like every single one of them, is that they'll be following the lure, and they hit the tail, they bump the tail up
there we go.
With their nose. They're basically trying to flip that lure around to go head first. And that's a big reason why if you are using topwater, especially the smaller ones, they'll come and actually hit the lure out of the water. And it's basically like they think they're hitting the tail up. The fact that it's a hard bait, it actually just kicks the lure all the way out of the water. But really neat. Even though, you know, I caught them as small as like 10 inches or so in the underwater camera rig, and I caught them up to 24 inches. And whether it was big or small, they all did the same thing. They would come up from behind, and then from behind and below, and then bump that tail out of their mouth. So basically, it almost guarantees that a trout is not going to bite the tail off of a lure. We used to always think like, oh, a trout just bit my tail off, and no, that was a puffer fish.
Yeah, puffer
fish,
pinfish.
Puffers bite the tails.
Maybe even a lizard fish, but it's not a trout.
Trout do not bite tails. Yep.
Golly, slime all over me. That's a good thing, though, right? Gotta love that fish slime. All right, I got a lot of trout. Now we got to get a red and a snook. Man, this looks so good up here. Yeah. Another one. We're the only boat out here so far. Although we did see our boy Blackneck at the ramp. Well, Cap Mike Goodwine. What a good dude. What a good dude. All right. So what else? Let's talk about rod. Luke, a lot of people have asked about the custom rod with mud hole.
Yep, still getting the production going. They have all the parts on order. Official prototype is coming out soon. And
I'm using one of the first prototypes.
Yeah, we're looking into like late July, August-ish now for getting everything just done and on the site.
And it's gonna be made in USA?
Yeah, made in the USA.
Yeah, it's been cool. How much we've been able to move to Made in USA. I mean, the Power Prawn USA, obviously it's called that for a reason. Made in USA. Man, it gives us
Hoss hooks,
all made in USA. Gives us so much more control. Gives us a whole lot easier access to get inventory when we need it. And it creates jobs in America, which is awesome. And gosh, with these tariffs and really just the shipping cost, because you can get stuff made cheaper in China, let's not lie. But after you factor in some of the shipping and the different tariffs and taxes, man, and all the customs and just how long it takes, it's obnoxious. We've had to pay.
And the quality too, the amount of defects.
Yeah, well, it depends on the manufacturer. Just like everything, there's good and bad ones. But yeah, some of them are just sloppy. And that's really frustrating when automatic 10% of everything you just bought is something we can't sell, which has happened to us many times. So we have to spend all that time doing our own quality control versus usually when you buy stuff in America, they have a QC person, quality control that is, at the shop or the plant, and they're checking the stuff before it gets to you. And yeah, there's always going to be defects, just like anything in life with vehicles, boats, etc., motors, lures. But it's so fewer, and it's just nice to say stuff's made in America again. Need that. All right. So what are you thinking?
Thinking we have another probably 30 minutes before we can make it up over the bar.
Ooh. And then we also have another lure mold. Can't say what it is yet, but it's
other than the fact that it's awesome.
It is awesome. And it's something that is very unique, something that we will most likely patent, just to kind of give you an idea. And it works, which is the even better news because we have been testing it. And so we own the mold. We designed it actually. And it's got some really, really unique characteristics. It will cast a mile, it will skip better, and it looks really amazing on the drop. And that's all I will say. And so yes, it is a soft plastic and it is different than anything else that we have out there. So stay tuned for that one. That'll probably be, what do you think, late summer as well?
Yeah, that would be late summer, early fall.
Watch out, bird.
Yeah, it works great for bass too. I took it bass fishing and man, they were all over it. Caught that one on my first cast actually.
Nice. Big bass? Nope.
None were huge, but it was just a small little pond. They really don't have any big ones in there. They were all over it.
Very cool. All right, well, I say we'll end this one. We just wanted to do a live. It'd been a little while since we did a live podcast, and we always enjoy them because one, we get to sit here and talk and teach and fish, and hopefully it's good for you guys just to see the real world. You know, you see some of these TV shows, and TV shows are entertainment. Let's call a spade. They're great. I watch some of these shows. I enjoy watching them. But, you know, a 20-minute show sometimes is filmed over a 4-day fishing trip. And we've been part of some of them. And like, all right, guys, we got to wear the same shirts as yesterday.
That was a big fish.
Oh, yeah, dude. I just saw that swirl behind. It's still going, isn't it?
I don't know. That sounds like a snook. Oh. Come on, eat it.
Dang.
Sounds like a nice snook. All right, sorry to interrupt.
So, you know, with these fishing shows, just remember, like, and I'm telling you this because I think with shows, which is kind of a highlight reel of, like I said, maybe 3 or 4 days into 20 minutes, or even just seeing the stuff on Instagram, right, or YouTube, you see the very best of what someone's going through. You many times don't see the struggle and all the cast even that we've done today in this little 30-minute show where we caught nothing, right? And so sometimes you get to thinking, oh man, am I the only one who doesn't catch a fish every single cast? And no. Man, Luke, you're still getting drilled on that topwater.
Yeah, they're still
doing
on
what
it.
Any good brother would do, which is go right behind.
It's the second flounder we spooked off.
Yeah, that was wild. A little flounder just skirted right by.
Oh, you stole my fish? Oh, that's a trout. That's a nice trout.
Yeah, baby. All right, well, we're trying to end this episode, and
yeah, that's trout.
That's a nice trout. Biggest one of the day. Hooray! All right, so we'll end it on that one. But so stay tuned. Smart Fishing Spots. It is coming very, very, very soon, and that is the app, if you will. And man, this is another one. Just inhaled that Slam Shady. Oh, come on, buddy. I'm trying to help you out. Oh, that's a beautiful trout there. Gotta love those spots. And so be on the lookout for an email from us to kind of be a beta tester, if you will, on the Smart Fishing Spot system. I'm gonna avoid getting my hands.
And if you're looking for some,
He got rehooked after he slung out. That was a close one. That's why you always keep your rod close to you. He literally got rehooked.
and if you're looking to get better at using lures, we get the question all the time. A lot of people just are kind of reliant on, super reliant on live bait. You definitely do not have to have live bait to catch saltwater fish. This is just one of many examples. And for early morning fishing for the shallows, these 2 lures that we have is basically all that you need. You have a 1 topwater, this is the Moonwalker, and then Joe has the Slam Shady 2.0, which is a 3.5-inch paddle tail rigged on a weighted hook.
Yep.
And just those 2 lures, you can go out and just cover a flat like this. We're basically fishing open water. We had a little bit of birds showing us some areas at first. Now we're just kind of winging it, but we're having constant action. It's a whole lot of fun. And it's just with a couple good lures, you can go out and have a ton of fun on the water without having the hassle of dealing with live bait.
Yep.
So I just want to throw that out there.
Yep, and so make sure, current insider members, stay tuned for an email from us. Everyone else, get in while you can, because we will be raising the prices we've already been teasing for the club, just because of what's going into this app.
That was
Dude,
a big fish.
That was a big fish. All right.
Yeah, go ahead and cast in there. I want to see what that was.
See if I can.
So one trick with topwater is when you're getting strikes, so you get a lot of misses. They always miss topwater more than anything else. And throw a paddle tail in there after it, and they'll usually hit the paddle tail. That one, I think, felt the hook. Man, that was a big fish.
That was. Whew. That was awesome. All right, we'll end it here. Stay tuned for more. Insider members, of course, we got some insider fishing reports for you. That's where we show everything from where we launch, where we caught fish, where we missed fish, kind of the whole kit and caboodle, pre-trip plan, post-trip analysis, doing one every single day. So fishing a new spot every single day for our members, and saving tons of money on the tackle. Got some new cool tackle coming, and of course the Smart Fishing Spot system. Wait till you see the next version. It is next level, something that no one else has done on any type of app, where it's actually predictive analysis on what spots to actually fish. So
based on the weather, like wind direction and tide cycle, it is next level.
Oh, it is so cool. So stay tuned. That's all at saltstrong.com. Appreciate you guys big time. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or if you just want to say hello. That would be awesome. Saltstrong.com. We appreciate you guys big time. Peace. We out. Woo woo.
See ya.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul, it was past